Hey guys, it's Michael. Today is Thursday, May 28th, and there is a lot going on in the world today between the second round of stimulus checks, unemployment data that just came out, states reopening, businesses reopening, sports reopening. So we're going to cover all of that in today's video. But before we get started, I want to announce that we're extending the giveaway, and I'm going to be announcing the winner in my second video today. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you have the notifications on so you can be notified when that video comes out and when I announce the winner for the giveaway. So if you'd like to still enter the giveaway, all you need to do is like this video, be subscribed to the channel, and comment down below the 3 stocks I mentioned in this video. And then you'll be entered to win, and I'll be announcing the winner today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time in my second video, so make sure to stick around for that. Anyways, let's jump right into it. Let's cover a couple of financial and economic news before we get into the second round of stimulus checks. So in financial and economic news, House lawmakers cast the first ever remote congressional floor votes on Wednesday, and Republicans were not happy about this at all. They didn't like this arrangement. Actually, 20 Republican House representatives, they actually sued to block remote voting moving forward. A representative named Chip Roy, who is a Republican from Texas, say that we didn't allow proxy voting during the Civil War, during the Spanish flu, while the Capitol was on fire, or during 9/11. He said, since we didn't offer it at any of those times, we shouldn't be doing it now, and why are they doing it now? However, the other side of this is that technology keeps advancing. People don't have to actually physically be there to vote. People can stream videos on Netflix now. There's internet access everywhere. So they say you don't need to be physically in Congress to have to vote. So that is the other side of that. Moving on is with sports. There's a lot of news with sports reopening. We're all excited to see our favorite sports teams get back and actually start to play again. So the MLB will open up with a shortened season, and the ownerships wanted to do salary cuts because of the shortened seasons, but players said it was a breach of the contract. MLB owners proposed a tiered salary structure where the highest paid players may receive up to 40% of their salaries that they already agreed on and pre-negotiated prior to the season, before the season had been delayed. So there's been a lot of talk going on there because players are not having that salary cut. They're not accepting it. They don't want that salary cut. So we'll see what goes on there, how that progresses. The NBA, they have the cleanest method of resuming its season by bringing the 16 current playoff teams to a designated campus. They've been talking with Disney a lot to maybe play on Disney's grounds. And in the campus, they said they would seed them as they are now, 8 in the East, 8 in the West. And then they would start their normal postseason like it would normally happen. When the outbreak started, most NBA teams had between 15 and 20 games left in the season before the playoffs. And what the NBA is talking about now is essentially getting all of the teams that were seeded to make the playoffs at the time the outbreak started and just bring them to a campus and just have all of those teams stay on that campus for the playoffs, because then they said there wouldn't be as much risk of anyone getting the virus, because if it's only 16 teams all in one place, essentially on a campus, well then there is nothing to worry about. So we'll see how that goes as well, what happens with the NBA. Moving on, the NHL is set to reopen mid to late summer. They don't have a set date yet, but they said mid to late summer in 2 hub cities. They said 24 of the league's 31 teams will be eligible for the Stanley Cup. Usually the normal is 16 teams that make the playoffs for the Stanley Cup. However, they said it's going to be 24 this year, so we'll see what progresses with that, what dates come out. I'll keep you guys updated. And then finally, the last up with sports news is that the NFL Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross, said the NFL season will definitely happen and plans for fans to be in the stadiums. We don't have any dates or anything like that, if it will be postponed, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Moving on, let's get into other businesses reopening. Walt Disney World sets July 11th as the reopening date for Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. And this is in response because Disney's Florida theme parks have been closed since March 15th because of the virus pandemic, and they haven't been open since then. So now they set an official date for July 11th for Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. So that caused Disney stock to go up a little bit yesterday as well. Moving on is that Trump is expected to sign an executive order on social media companies that would make it easier for federal regulators to argue that companies like Facebook, Google, YouTube, and Twitter, like all of the social media companies, are suppressing freedom of speech when they move to suspend users or delete posts. This is an interesting development because earlier this week, Twitter actually fact-checked 2 of Donald Trump's posts. They added a fact check button to 2 of his posts. So this is probably in response to that, but we'll see what happens there if he actually goes ahead and signs this executive order. It's set to be signed today. I'll let you guys know what happens there. And then finally, before we get into the second round of stimulus checks, the new economic and unemployment data, the virus has claimed more than 100,000 lives. It has killed people in every single state, and the New York Times released an iconic newspaper the other day where instead of having the normal articles and headlines on the front page of the newspaper, they had a list of thousands of names of people who had died from the virus. They had their names, how old they are, and they even had sentences about these people from their obituaries, whatever they could find, a sentence about each person. This is an iconic newspaper that will be seen forever. It's going to be something that people remember, so important to point that out as well. Now let's get into the second round of stimulus checks and what is going on here. So the unemployment data came out earlier this morning and causing the stock market to waver a bit. Another 2.1 million unemployment claims were filed last week alone. The Labor Department earlier this morning reported this unemployment data, and they said that now the total unemployment claims since the start of the pandemic is now over 40 million Americans who are unemployed. So this is bringing our unemployment rate close to 25%. Last time they reported the data for April, it was at 14.7%, and we've been losing millions of more jobs every single week. So when we see the monthly report come out for May, we should expect to see an unemployment rate of near 20 or even 25%. So that is huge news, and that affects what's going to happen with a second stimulus package. Congress had taken a recess for Memorial Day week. However, now with this new unemployment data, we can expect to see a second stimulus check. Mitch McConnell met the other day, and he spoke about how it's very likely that a second stimulus package will pass. They had a look at the economic data. And now that the economic data came out earlier this morning, and we see that another 2.1 million people filed for unemployment, and millions and millions of more people are filing for unemployment every week. This is what Mitch McConnell was talking about when he said we had to look at the data. So now that the data has come out, it is going to be very likely that we will see a second stimulus package proposed by the Republicans in the Senate very soon. They were also waiting to see how much money was spent in the first round of stimulus payments with the CARES Act, but now with this economic data continuing to get worse, we can expect to see more developments with the second stimulus package later this week and very soon. In addition to this, I want to quickly touch on the $450 per week stimulus payment that we've all heard about as a back-to-work bonus. There's been a lot of new developments here. The White House administration has been talking about this, and I'll get into this in my second video of the day, but I just want to point this out because this is gaining more traction with the $450 per week back to work bonus, the stimulus payment that is encouraging people to go back to work. So if you'd like more information on that, make sure to check out the video later today that I'll be posting on it. Also, I want to announce the 3 stocks that you have to make sure to list in this video if you want to be eligible for the giveaway. And the 3 stocks are the same as yesterday's, and they are simply Bank of America, United Airlines, and Macy's. So if you want to be eligible for the giveaway, make sure to comment those down below, like the video, and be subscribed. I'm going to be announcing the winners in my second video today. So make sure to check out the second video so you can see if you won the prize. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app. It's very simple. You just download the app, deposit $100 into your account, and you'll get 2 free stocks. One of them could be valued up to $1,400. Also get 1 free stock when you sign up for Robinhood. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.